Hello fellow travelers, my name's SG and welcome to the channel. Today I would like to start off by saying Happy Batman Day everyone. I hope all of you are watching your favorite Batman series, movies, or reading your favorite Batman comics. I know I am here at home. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the newest animated Batman film, well, right next to Justice League War, The Doom That Came to Gotham. It's a very interesting one and I can't wait to dig into it, so let's get started, shall we? The Doom That Came to Gotham was created by Mike Mignola, Richard Pace, Troy Nixey, Dennis Jink, and Dave Stewart. Now, some of you might know that first name, Mike Mignola, as being the creator of Hellboy, which really shows how this stylized version of Batman came to life through that art style. The overall concept for this story is very simple but very interesting. A simple, what if Cthulhu came to Gotham? And how would Batman react to that? Now, I'm not here to digest the comic because, as we all know, the comic and the movie can have two vastly different situations. So for now, we're just going to focus on the animated film, as I have said before. The animated film wastes no time showing the Lovecraft-inspired scenery. It has showing in creatures of otherworldly positions, and it does have a lot of reference to Cthulhu. I wish it had a few more references to other source materials of Lovecraft, such as the Man in Yellow, but I think this is a good compromise. It starts off with Oswald Cobblepot and, as we've come to know, a Mr. Freeze looking into the Arctic over some sort of creature that has been discovered. They don't know exactly what it is, but from what we can tell, it's definitely a Cthulhu-inspired creature. So, they try to dig into the ice, but end up falling under its spell and attacked by the creatures that protect it, signaling Bruce Wayne to go and look for it. As we find out, it turns out that it was Oswald Cobblepot, along with Bruce Wayne, that has set out for this expedition to find these mysterious creatures. It says there that Bruce Wayne has been out at sea, going to different countries, looking into these creatures from a very young age, and has picked up several people along the way, such as Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, and even Cassandra Cain. Each one represented by a different character than we are used to, but their characters are there, and it is fun to see the little differences that were given. After finding these discoveries and finding that Oswald Cobblepot himself has gone missing, but Mr. Freeze still remains, we are then sent back to Gotham, where Bruce Wayne wants to collect his thoughts and see how this all connects to him and his family. We then get a flashback to the day that his parents were killed, obviously by someone that looks similar to the Joker and knew Thomas Wayne, starting this whole venture for Bruce Wayne to delve into the mysteries of not only his family, but into the darker side of Gotham itself. We also have several surprising characters coming in and out. We have Poison Ivy, we have Green Arrow, aka Oliver Queen, and of course our main antagonist for the most of the film is Ra's al Ghul, along with Talia al Ghul, and of course an appearance of Cthulhu himself. Now, I would go into further depths with this story and how much it has for the comics and the anime films, how much of a difference it takes from the regular Batman story, much like the Batman Nevermore series I did on Wednesday, but I feel that you should go see it. It is on HBO Max, it is in Blu-ray, and it is on DVD. So I do suggest that you go see it, because my words cannot do it justice. It is one of my favorites. It's stylized, and the artwork is very well done. Speaking of artwork, let's get into that, shall we? The animation for this film is very well done, as expected of most DC animated series. But the notes I have to make are the stylized version of the Batman equipment and Batman himself. They have a very old-timey look, such as I said in the Batman Nevermore, but they give it a little bit more high-tech, like this is a futuristic steampunk kind of style. And even the Batmobile looks amazing in this film, like you could see this being in a regular movie, and it does offer a lot to the backgrounds, the setting. It's very good, it's very interesting. It makes you want to see more of this world, like I said. The different design for Killer Croc, along with other creatures we see in the movie, the different stylized versions of the characters, does add to making it this own personal world. Oliver Queen himself being kind of like a mix of Green Arrow with Azrael was an interesting take on this. It does add a lot to the story. It makes you feel like this is in fact its own world set, but with Batman take on it. And of course, Cthulhu and all them look really menacing. They look threatening. Etrigan looks threatening. It looks like there are some serious stakes in this film that you don't really sure how anybody would take, but we know Batman will win, so it's a Batman film. The animation's beautifully done. It flows naturally. There isn't a moment I think that is taken unnecessarily, and I do definitely want to see more of this art style come into other anime films or even a TV series later on in the future. Now, there are several references throughout the film, such as, like I said, Dick Grayson, Cassandra Cain, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, making appearances, but not really being their comic book versions, more of just being civilians rather than anything else. We do have a lot of Batman villains appearing in and out, such as Mr. Freeze. They don't really reference the Penguin as being the Penguin, just Oswald Cobblepot, but at the end they do show him staying in the Arctic amongst the Cthulhu-style penguin creatures. We also see Poison Ivy. We see a little bit of Joker. Nothing really like, because this itself is a Batman property. These are supposed to be twisted versions of our DC characters. So whether it's considered a reference or not is still out there. It's just that we do see a lot of characters coming in and out of the story, such as, Killer Croc. We do get Ra's al Ghul and Talia. They all look different compared to their regular DC counterparts, but they all look really good for the style of the film is going for. So whether these can be considered references or not is really up in the air and how you would like to define what a reference is. I will say that it is interesting. We do get Jason Blood in, which is an interesting character to bring in, but it kind of fits with this whole style they're going with of being more mystical rather than detective-like. So it really did have everything in this movie is well done, even down to the characters you don't expect making appearances, like Jason Blood, and even Oliver Queen fully on taking on much more of an Azrael character, which is an interesting take. And along with the extra added on characters that we do see throughout the film. For the most part, the references are pretty much locked on that. It is more story based than anything else, which I can appreciate, and I do like that they put a lot more effort in story rather than anything else. Now, I would have to say this is definitely one of the best animated films DC has done. Not to say that all of them are bad. No, in fact, all of them are really good. And unlike the regular DC films, they follow a weird cognitive storyline. And I love it. I love these anime films. They're some of the best content DC puts out every so often. But this one is one of the best because it's an Elseworld storyline done right. Kind of like the Gotham by Gaslight. But I feel this one's a little more detailed. This one that was put a lot more attention to overall. The stylized version of everything really shows the era it's supposed to be in. Gives it like a real steampunk vibe more than anything else. I do love the twist on the characters they put for all of them, especially Oliver Queen. I did not expect to like him as much as I did in the film, but like you really root for him and you're kind of sad for the end result for him. Batman really feels he like goes on a journey in this one. This one feels like you actually follow Bruce Wayne from the beginning all the way to his end, and it does offer a lot in story. It's very story heavy is what I'm trying to say, and which I appreciate. The characters, a lot of them aren't exact replicas of what we know them in the regular DC, but that's fine too, because this is a different take on them. They're interesting, they're different, they're fun to follow, and you just kind of want to see what their whole deal is about, you know. And I think that's what really is the highlight of this point. You want to see what is going to happen, what the overall outcome will be, and how does Batman win, you know. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please go see the video or the movie this is on. I know it's on HBO Max, or you can even just buy it on DVD to help support DC put out more movies like this. Here's hoping we get another more Batman. Hope you all have a good Batman day. Hope you're watching some YouTube videos on Batman, or maybe even watching The Dark Knight, or the Batman film itself. And I hope to see you guys next time. And in honor of Batman Day, it'll be the same bad time, same bad channel. See you guys next time.